what's going on, y'all? So today is the first series of improving on my first builds. So this is a AE86 I built when I first got access to the server, like first loaded in and everything. This is what it looked like, and yeah, it's on Nitrous right now. And I think I might do something different, but we'll see with the Nitrous. But we'll see. It's gonna take a. I should have shifted into second. Get that burnout going. So the goal is to improve on whatever time we put down as the first time. So. This is 3-speed. We did a 2.5 in the 60 foot. We did a 5.8 in the 330, and we did a 8.1 in the 8th, and we did 11 and a quarter. Alright, so let's see what I've learned so far and how we could apply it to this car, and that's our baseline for now. So let's go. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it nitrous for now. Let's leave that for now. So we're gonna leave the F20C in there. We could swap out to a LS. I just want to see what stage we on. I'm gonna do stage 2. The nitrous gonna redo majority of the work on this one. For the OG, I would do the exhaust, fender dumps. Cut off that intake. Could do smooth intake, I guess. Oh, we just only got turbos on there. I'm gonna do nitrous. Oh, we got a turbo 400 to put a power glide in there. We just need 2 gears for what we trying to do. Or we might change this. Nah, we're gonna leave that in there. I'm gonna do the Adams kit. I'm gonna do high speed. Everything is almost there. Okay. Okay. So let's do a quick dive into the tune, and then see what we could change, what we could improve on the software, so I could get a better burnout. I need to see if it has line lock on there. I'm gonna leave the 4-link where it's at. Turn that down for now. We could give it all the weight for now. I need to change the diff. We could start off with a higher gear. We could do like a 315 for now, and we could do this revving not. We could leave that for now. This is what I'm gonna change off rip. So the last kit, that's gonna be like at a higher speed, so we'll probably leave that right there. And first, 50 miles an hour. First, alright, so let's turn all these kits down. We only gonna focus on like one kit at a time, and then we gonna make it work from there. Last kit, all the way at 200 miles an hour. Why not? Alright, we could turn it off for now. Alright, so first we got 50 miles. We got 1 mile an hour. Then we have 50 miles an hour. Then we have 45, 46 miles an hour. Then we got 100 or 110. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more resolution to this. I think we're gonna do 1535, 1535, and we're gonna do here probably like maybe 67. We could do this at 80. We could do 92 for now. mile an hour we gonna start with. Oh, we're gonna focus on one kit, so we're gonna turn on the first kit at 100. We might have to do a little bit more. I did not even look at the trans real quick, see what the trans is doing. I don't think we have enough power to spin the tires at this moment in time, so let's give it a little bit of help. We got block. Yeah, we don't got 30 no more, so I'll leave that to where it's at. I'll turn this up. We're gonna put this at. We could start off at 32 right now. First. Turn the lock off. I didn't see what converter. Oh, we're gonna put the converter stock. And let's go from there. The front, I didn't see front suspension. Oh, we got everything out of it on the front. All right, let's leave that as is now. Yeah. So let's get into it. First test pass. See if we do a burnout now. Let's use trans. Nope, no burnout. Okay. Doing some tricks up my sleeve. Try to get it no burnout. Okay. Best burnout we think we're gonna hear now. As we turn up the nitrous, it will be able to break traction a little bit easier. So. Slower in the quarter. Alright, let's turn it up a little bit more. I need to see what converter I'm working with real quick, so we know. Tunable converter, no prep. We're gonna leave it as is for now. We're gonna leave it as is for now. Kinda wanna change it. Then again. Alright, we change it when we get to so we gonna need like probably start off rip. We started with 100, so let's do 250 first, and then we probably go up by 250s, and then see where we at from there. Okay, now we got a burnout. Now we doing something. First kit, which is turning on, which is tuning by speed. So. Okay, that was an interesting burnout. Yeah, we need to get better at that. Whatever that's doing. So I only use first for burnouts really. So I think we're gonna put this at like turn on this kit now. We're gonna match it 250. Kind of want to turn up the first stage a little bit, but we're gonna do 250, and then we gonna leave that stage. So 2 stage, 50 mile. We got 1 mile an hour, and then we got 15, and we got 35. We ain't hit the third kit yet, so let's just try to get it to get the burnout on point. Where at a burnout, but front is bouncy. We gotta fix that. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, we already down to the sixes. The 60 foot getting better. The quarter mile we at a 9 right now. Alright, so that's how. Dang, man. We're getting there on the burnout. We just need to get a little bit more. Two things I'm about to look at real quick. I'm about to check and see where is it at? The front. Okay, we don't have the long travels in there. I was trying to wonder why it's so bouncy when we don't even have the long travel in there. We could put a long travel in there now, just to have a decent front setup going. Friends. The gravels on there. Missing some. Come on. Let me put the front wheels back on. Alright, here, race evolution. Yo, race resolution. And we're gonna put the wheels. Hell no on the 27s, Jesus. Hell no. Why are you doing that? You could do 23s right now. I think is a good start. You need to tuck it back under the fenders. I don't know why it's extended so far. Definitely need to tuck it back under there. I think right there should be fine. Get a little bit closer. And more. Okay, we got a long travel in there. It should give us a baseline on the long travel. We got our front bar also. And I am going to, what is this? I'm going to give everything a mid. Everything in the middle just to start off. What is this? 20, 10. Look at this. What is this? 20, 10. This is 20, 10. And the bar. What is it? 15. So that's at 7.75. Alright, so we got the baseline on the front. We just trying to get the car to a decent point and then we start adjusting. Yeah, still not able to second gear burnouts yet. What the hell? That's a wild one, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta adjust the converter a little bit. I don't think I want to stay with the snow prep converter. Alright, 60 foot coming on. 330 coming on. Alright, the front not bouncing so much. That's the best thing right now. Let's fix the ride height a little bit. I think we could turn up the first kit a little bit. As I said, I'm going by 250. So 250, 250. And we see where we at with that, and then the ride height. You could come down a tad bit. I want to be about here though. I ain't gonna lie. On the ride height, so probably gotta adjust the springers a little bit to try to get it sit flush. We could probably go down a tad bit. I'm gonna leave it as is right now. It's at 5. I'm gonna leave that. So we turned it up. Got a little bit more. Hopefully we could sit and do a straight burnout this time. Alright, burnout's getting there. I think when I put some weight in it, probably get it to do what I want it to do, but it's not. Alright, so okay, let's immediately start to put the two-step on, and then so this is like adding the things that I've learned so far, like try to see. Alright, so we did a 5.9 in the 8th. We did a, what is that? A 1.7 60 foot. We did a 8.9 1/4. So we getting to it. It's getting better. Definitely might ran out of gear, so we kind of get into the issues real quick. The 60 foot is almost there though, so we gonna add a little bit more gear before I even bother messing with the final drive, because I am going to, but I just want to get the gear. Right now still kind of chaotic. Still a lot going on there. Okay, but immediately we already in the 5s. Oh, we did a 5.9 at 140. We did at 8. Alright, so 2 things. I think we could give it a little more gear. I think the second kit is blowing through the converter. I'm gonna turn the second kit down and turn it back to 250. And we're gonna add this kit at 125. Turn those kits on. What else I want to change? We could come down on this now. We don't need all of that. Still don't have the right eye that I want, so I kind of want to come down on this. We're gonna go half of that. So I like to go halves, and then when if it's too much, then I come back up like by increments. So we got 25. Let's go to 32. So I'll go to the extreme and then come up. See, just to find. See, pop up a little bit. That's a little better. I guess we could ride around there. And remember, we still don't got the tire behind it yet. So, cause the tire pressure was high to try to keep the to try to help with the aid with the burnout when we was making a little less power. So now we making some jam. So now let's try this again. Okay, so you can see the second kit was definitely coming on violently and getting to this was more of like a smooth run. So now I could probably just go down on the tire. So go down on the tire now, run the tire where we wanna be. Probably like I'm gonna start off at 6, and then if I see fit to try to improve on the 60 foot, I'll start dropping the tire pressure a little bit more, then a little bit more, then a little bit more. So for right now, we almost there. We need a little more gear though, I ain't gonna lie. I kinda wanna be around 76 to 86 on the gearing, and then I think I'm gonna go 83, and then I still have the final drive to adjust. And sticky. So 5.9 is the updated time currently. God. Yeah. It's pushing. Let me see if the water will help. These tires take some time to warm up. If I could get it to sit there and do a nice burnout, it'd be good. Let's try this. Alright, so the gear is definitely overpowering everything now, so definitely gonna wanna turn it up. So let's turn this up to 250. So 250. We got 500, 250. I kind of want to go up on the second kit just a tad bit, but I might just, yeah, let's go up a little bit. Let's go up to 250. Yeah. Let's go 500. So 500, 250. See where that's at. What it's doing there, and then go from there. Okay. But I definitely appreciate the support y'all been giving me on these videos. I will be starting to edit. I think I'm making these. I'm just stacking videos right now, so at the point I'm making this video, I made a couple more before this, so those ones might have an intro and a little bit more a thumbnail added to, because a lot of these videos I make them one take, so I'm trying to improve and grow at the same time. So we need a little bit more on the. We leaving stable, everything is straight, but okay, that burnout is getting there. Let's try second gear again. lost a little bit on the 60 foot. I think we need to adjust the converter just a tad bit. Try to get it to lock up a little bit more. Just try to figure out which way is that now. I know some cars like when you go this way, and I know some cars you gotta go this way. So let's go this way first. Let's go up to. So as I said, I go to the extreme. So let's do 95 first. See where that's at, and then we kind of. So I like to go to the extreme, and then if I went too far one way, I dial it back and then go back. Alright, see? Immediately, we already know the converter is too tight. So if it lets me do a pass, I do the pass. If it doesn't, then we gotta come down a tad bit. Yeah, he did nothing. Yeah, it's too tight. Let's come down. Or we could turn up the nitrous to blow through the converter, but nah, let's not do that. Let's just come down a little bit. So we at 95. Let's go 75. See where that's at. I think it might be on like 50 or so. Yeah, still too tight. So around. Let's come down. Let's go to 350. Come down a tad bit. I said sometimes you gotta go. You gotta find out which way it likes. I think that's the biggest thing. I think when I first joined, I was just trying to throw everything at it, not knowing which way was which. So sometimes cause sometimes you might see the car start tire shaking, and then you gotta loosen up. I guess loosen or go the opposite way. You gotta come down on the number. So this one's a little in between tight and right where I want it. So see how the throttle is very touchy. Alright, we're still not getting to the RPM for the two-step, so we need to definitely come down some more. Okay, we're introducing a wheelie now. The 330 came down a bunch. We at 5.7 now, 8. We get to the quarter, we got an 8.3. Now you see how the front is extending. Love that. I think I didn't see where it had the limiter on the extension, so on the front suspension I didn't see where it had that limiter. Like some of the cars got limiters on them, so I've seen the long travel, but I don't see the limiter on it. So we might be I think I could do this, go to tarmac instead of that one, and it should give us a little bit tighter overall. Let's see if it did change the tuning on that. If it did, then we just go back for the baseline. Yes, it did. Alright, so go back for the baseline. I'm gonna tighten up that sway bar a lot more this time. Not saying I couldn't use the gravel, I just feel like it was extending a little bit too much. So let's start with a stiffer one, which is tarmac, and then see the ride height is right. It's okay. It's not. I think we need to come up a tad bit. Go 10. What is this? 15. Let's go 10. See if that comes up, because I feel like it's sitting on a tire. Alright, came up a tad bit. I feel like that's decent. So let's try this. Yeah. Okay. So we got the fastest so far is a 5.7. As you can see, the times are coming down, man. I've been in here grinding. Yeah, we need to fix that burnout. I don't know what the hell. Oh, we were supposed to loosen the converter too. Alright, let's make the pass with the new suspension and adjust it to this and then see. Alright, see, off rip. We don't have that. we don't have that transfer, weight transfer to let the wheel sit back. So let's loosen up the converter, and then I'm gonna loosen up. I went too tight on this. We're gonna start from the baseline again. I think with this one we might have to come up to 25. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're gonna adjust that. This rear sway bar. What is it? 50 is 25. And then let's go half of that. 12.5, but it's okay where it's at. Alright, we're gonna leave everything else where it's at. Converter, let's come down a tad bit. So we almost there where we wanted to be. So it was at 50. Let's go by tens. So 40. I see you gotta kind of pick where you want to kind of do your thing. Like, alright, it's a little bit less touchy. So let's see if, yeah, alright, better burn out. Alright, we're still not at the 2-step RPM that I set, so still could loosen up a tad bit more. What the hell? Alright, see, the suspension is not crazy extended. So that's what I wanted to get rid of, but with that kind of introduced a lot more things happening, less weight transfer and a lot more moving around. So let's try to tame that a tad bit. We could introduce, let's do 20 here, 20 here, and we gonna come down on the bump. Let's do, it was at 10, let's go 5. 5. For the next thing, we still wasn't reaching the RPM, so let's come down. We was at 10, we was at 40. Let's go 35. Let's come down 5. See if that gets us to the 2. I left at 2600 for the 2 steps. So, oh my god. Okay, so we definitely gotta go down on the final drive for the first gear to be a little better. Right. Yeah, we coming down on the final drive. But I feel like I might have to introduce a little bit more nitrous to the equation, which I could get. Oh yeah, we still not there. Alright, so we got it to squat a little bit more. That weight transfer, we need to adjust that a tad bit more. Let me see, can I look at the 4-link and see what's happening? I've been tuning a lot of live axle cars too, so I can't really. Right, we could turn down the kit or make it come in later. This situation right now, I think I'm gonna just add more transfer and turn up the front bar a little bit. See what that does. So let's do this. Where's that? Third kit is coming on decent. I think it's this. So let's turn this up about 12. Could drop this 5. So the rebound is gonna allow the car to sit back and transfer a little bit more. I said with this, since I did drop the 25, we could come down on this also. But I'm gonna leave this where it's at right now, and then just adjust this. Bring up the bar a little bit so the extension shouldn't be too much, but we'll see. We almost there. We wasn't there with the. So let's go to 30 now. I think it might be like 25 might be the number, but I still want to turn up the nitrous. So. I think we might need to just turn up the nitrous. Still not getting the burn on that one. Yeah, it's too light. Chassis is just too light. Need to add some weight somewhere. God, I just want to drive weird. Let's go a little bit more on it. What was that? What? 5? Let's go 2.5. Let's go 2.5 and then see what that give us. Or we might have to go back. So I'm gonna go to 2.5 and I'm gonna bring this down. I'm gonna go, what is this? 12. Let's go 6. It should give it the extension I'm looking for, but I just need to get back on the rear wheels. I think I might turn this back up. Let's go 25 here. I think that might be some of the issues that we're having. Let me test the 2-step real quick. Alright, I think with the 2-step, I liked when it was at 40, so I might go back there. Yo, bro. Too light for me, gang. Getting on my nerves. Yeah, we got to sit back a little bit more. I think a lot of the issue was yeah, I liked when it was at 40 though, I ain't gonna lie. I think I might just turn up the nitrous and see if we could get the RPM to come up a little bit more. Yeah, so we got it to do what we wanted to do. We are gonna turn this up. I like that it was at 40. It felt like right where I want it to be. So I think that's good there. And we had 5. We still gotta be 5.7. So see, get a better lick out of it. Yeah, that's standing burn on that. So we have 2 options now. We could I think we gonna turn up the nitrous. So we gotta be 750 in first stage. I'm gonna leave 500 on the rest of them. So 750. We gonna leave that. Where's that? I'm gonna turn this up to 500 also. And then we might introduce one more kit. I'm gonna make a pass first. So 150 or 750. That's 500, 500, and then we're gonna turn on the rest of the kits and see where we are. Alright, so we just gotta do the burnouts like that. So yeah, we see where we at. Mean, really. Alright, we at 5.4. We at 5.4, 6.16 in the 60 foot. We got 7.37. Alright, we definitely need to tame that wheelie a little bit. I would tighten up the front bar a tad bit. Definitely. We going back to 12. See, with the time is dropping. Tell from the first car I built, like from that to now, the difference is definitely there. Trying to get better at the burnouts though. Like trying to get the car to what I want better. Still leading back to. It's still leading back on that. Oh man. All right. So still leading back a lot on there. Even with the front bar tighten up a tad bit. So let's add back the rebound a tad bit. Let's go 5. Let's go 5 on the rebound and then go from there. This video is coming to an end sadly, but I might do a part 2. If we hit a decent time, like I'm trying to get down to the 5 2s, 5 1s, 4 9s. I should 4 9s more like the target. That's not But then again, I will be editing this video, so we could just cut it down a little bit. But I feel like it's like more beneficial to somebody tuning. I feel like that's a lot of time. Yo, this is no weight in the trunk too. This is just fuel cell right now. Is there, man? All right, let's see if we could turn down how much fuel we carrying. Let's do like a drift tank. Let's do like a 7. Still popping. So I like to leave like be full throttle the whole run. I don't like pedaling it, so I did like leaves room for error, and we still popping a wheelie. So we're gonna add back. We took the gas out and everything, and still we're gonna go back to the halfway mark on the front, and then see where we go from there because that was still a mean ass wheelie. We could come down on this a tad bit, but the car is going relatively straight. So let's do 2.6 on that. See if we could get less downforce on it while it's picking up speed. So the final drive, well, I haven't adjusted it yet because I still haven't done the rest of the kits yet to really see what the potential is. Okay, now we spinning. We're spinning, popping wheelies. What are we doing? So 2 things I'm gonna do the gearing. Alright, so I'm gonna go down on the gearing. I think this is gonna make it a bigger gear. What we're gonna turn on the rest of the kits. The rest of the kit's gonna be like, we're gonna have 250 here, and the rest gonna be 100. Last kit, I normally make the last kit bigger, but for what we're trying to accomplish right now, I'm gonna leave it where it's at, and we're gonna turn the rest of the kits since I made the gear a lot more bigger and the video coming to an end. So I think we're gonna go down to like 4 on this side bit. I think we're gonna turn up. No, let's make a pass. I'm changing too much. Change it too much before we even get to the video. So. Okay, let's see. Alright, so the mile an hour is out there out back. The gear is definitely bigger. You could tell you hear the car lugging a little bit more. So now comes turning up the kits. I think first need to go up, so we gonna be at 250. Is at 1,000. fairly on the ground now. So either it's gonna pop a mean ass wheelie now, or just gonna spin tires. Alright, so it should be able to do the burnout now in first gear because the mile an hour is there. The wheel speed is there for first gear now. So could be able to do that. Push it. Alright, so let's see. What key was that? Let's see. 1, 2. What was that? 5.6. 5.6 with a wheelie towards the end. I think we're still at the point where we're tuning this. One of these kits gotta turn on. I think it's this. I think we got. Let's go. 250 on this kit. 250 on this kit. 250 on this kit, and then leave it where it's at. 250 on that kit. 250 on that kit. 750 kit I might turn that down. Not sure yet. So we're gonna turn this up. Turn this up. We're gonna go 2 down there. We're still doing the wheelie, but we're gonna go 12 here. 12 there. We'll see what that do. To fix all of this, I could just put 1 gear back in it. Okay, still one at a time. Don't mind my chaotic burnout right now. Surprisingly, it did mile an hour. Did we blow through the converter? It did a mile an hour like how I wanted it to. So we might have a small little too much happening type thing happening. I think I'm gonna go back up on this 32. Try to get the car to stay a little bit more on the road. It wanna come up. You could tell that it wanna comes up. I think we might go up. I wanted to go up in this either way. I didn't see the mile an hour I wanted to see. So that's another thing looking out for. We at 7. I think that's a good hit to end the video on. We at 7.8 in the quarter. 5.4 at 160. I think we could make another hit. Try to finish it off like deep into the goals that I'm aiming for. What I could do to gain a little bit more time. Could give it less gas, get the car to not so much on the weed side. We could add weight to the front, put back the transmission. Alright, so this is what it comes down to, bro. Sometimes could either, I think we're gonna try the converter again. Let's go down by, let's do 25, see where that is at, or where it's at with that, and then if it don't work, then we just go back to what was that? I like the 340. Where was that 340? I like when it was at 340. So yeah, not it. Let's go back to 340 and maybe let's go to 350. I like when it was at 340. I ain't gonna lie. Or three. We could do 345 instead. I like the 340. That 340 was working. 340 was working for me. I ain't gonna lie. So. Pick the wheels up just towards the end of the run. The 330 got better because we popped the wheelie. We lost in a quarter, so definitely the 45 is working a tad bit better. We could go back down on the wing a little bit because it started to wheelie like towards the end. I mean, downforce plays a part also, and I don't really want to take too much from the chassis, which I should from the rebound, but we trying to keep it doing that, carrying the wheels up a little bit. Alright, downforce is still playing a role in that. I think we could turn up the rest of the kits a little bit more. I think we could do we had 250. I think this one we could go to 5. Alright, we could do 400 instead of doing the full. Still take a little bit away from this. We could go 1.6. So it could be a little more skirmish around the road, on the road a little bit, but see. Oof, burn the tires a little bit. Let's see where we at. Alright, we definitely moving. It was definitely moving. Definitely doing this thing now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just leave this where it's at. I think we might just do the last. Yeah, I might just leave this where it's at. 250. What else? Let's do 5, I guess. Or we could just turn this up a lot bit more. What was that? 12. We could do. Let's do all the way. Let's go back. Alright, so this is the last pass of this video. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate the support that the channel has been getting. All the new people that's joining. Yeah, I'm just trying to improve on the content and try to get y'all the best videos I can, and grow and see growth in the channel also. Let's see. Alright, so definitely the car has improved drastically. We went from what, an 8-second in the 8th mile, and what, 11, what we did in the quarter at 11, so we had a 7 now, 200 miles an hour. Yeah, crazy. The 60-foot got better. We still have a ton of tire left to play with and a lot to still work on, because we could still turn up the other kits a lot more, probably even to 150 on each, and just have the power come in a little bit more aggressive to try to get through that gear, because we still have a big second gear. So definitely a lot of room to grow, but I don't want to make this video too long for y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As I said, I will be making a thumbnail for this video, so yeah. Appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next one.